All games involve some type of action, of course, but not all of them fall into the action-adventure genre. Action-adventure games aren't laser-focused on specific activities like shooting, solving puzzles, or racing, although they may explore those mechanics. Notable examples include The Legend of Zelda, Grand Theft Auto, and Batman Arkham City. With that in mind, we thought it time to take a look at the big action games headed our way over the next 12 months. For fans of undead nightmares, 3 different Resident Evil games are coming this year. Resident Evil Revelations in February, Operation Raccoon City in March, and Resident Evil 6 in November. Publisher Capcom also has a potential surprise hit up its sleeve with ASURA'S Wrath in February. That game is bananas. Casting you as an immortal musclehead battling demigods as big as the galaxy, ASURA'S Wrath delivers action on a scale that dwarfs most other games. Of course, exciting games can also come in small packages. February 22nd will bring to us a new portable system, the PlayStation Vita, and along with it, an original entry in one of our most beloved action-adventure franchises, Uncharted Golden Abyss. It's the full cinematic Uncharted experience, now portable and boasting clever touch controls. An upcoming action game that might not be providing the full experience fans were hoping for is Ninja Gaiden 3 in March. The series is known for being ultra-violent, but developer Team Ninja is cutting out the ability to decapitate and delimb our enemies. Maybe the addition of a multiplayer mode will make up for it. Coming in April, Prototype 2 is a sequel to 2009's open-world action game. This is what the genre is all about. Coming home from a hard day at school or the office and unwinding by blowing up a few tanks. While there are usually games planned to support the release of big action movies, the confusingly named The Amazing Spider-Man The Movie is the only one announced so far this year. Despite the subtitle, it's a game that goes back to the open-world web-slinging of Spider-Man 2. If summer ends up being light on games based on movies, there will still be several action games keeping our consoles hot. Darksiders 2 will finally deliver another dose of M-rated Zelda-style adventuring. Also, Anarchy Reigns, from the developer of Vanquish and Bayonetta, should live up to its name with what it is calling super sexy fists of fire. And, as is to be expected, the year's biggest action-adventure games will arrive in the fall. Suda51's Lollipop Chainsaw should satisfy the grindhouse exploitation movie fans out there with its nubile cheerleader chainsawing her way through an undead outbreak. If it comes out around the same time as Resident Evil 6, it will be a more lighthearted zombie option that doesn't take itself quite as seriously. Speaking of nubiles, Lara Croft is getting a long overdue makeover when Tomb Raider is rebooted late this year. Borrowing elements from Dead Space and Assassin's Creed, it's a cinematic action game of survival. A 21-year-old Lara Croft is shipwrecked on a hostile island where she must transform from a vulnerable, inexperienced young woman into the badass treasure hunter we know her to be. Action-adventure game of the year? Possibly. Over at IGN, we've put together a roadmap of all the big action games coming in 2012. Check it out at this link and start planning your year in explosions and sword fights.